New at 11, a drug pipeline from Mexico straight to Metro Atlanta. We are learning more about a major North Georgia drug bust.
We first told you about the bust in July, but now a recently unsealed indictment. Well, it's revealing disturbing details you need to know. CBS 46's Ashley Thompson has been speaking with the agencies behind taking down this major criminal organization in our own backyard.
Take a look at this indictment, 166 pages. In it, investigators outline a major enterprise that kept meth and other drugs flowing into the metro.
It is a big undertaking to take it down.
A big undertaking that took months. Multiple agencies began investigating a so-called drug pipeline in 2019. Last year, news of a major bust, 48 arrests, and a massive amount of drugs confiscated as part of Operation Taking Care of Business.
We have seized 50 kilos of methamphetamine, a half a kilo of heroin, 20 weapons, cash, and vehicles.
Now we're learning more about the extent of the scheme. We got our hands on the lengthy indictment outlining, quote, a pipeline supplying liquid methamphetamine originated in Mexico and extended into Georgia. Liquid meth crossing the border and with the help of these men and women shipped to Metro Atlanta, according to investigators.
If you ever watch the movie Breaking Bad, that's very true to life. It comes in a crystal form and then they essentially cook it.
GBI Assistant Director John Melvin tells me the crystal meth was then sent to a number of counties for distribution, no doubt getting in the hands of young people. The enterprise was kept afloat with a so-called prison broker system.
A lot of the connections to our cartels over the borders, the people that have the strongest connections are already in prison.
The indictment outlines a sophisticated system with an inmate at Phillips State Prison in Gwinnett County facilitating transactions. Investigators say street-level dealers will often use people behind bars to broker deals using contraband cell phones.
With the onset of things like Zelle, Venmo, and things like that, the cyber currency market, that's how money's getting transferred on the books. It's no longer a hand-to-hand cash exchange. Doesn't happen anymore.
It was an enterprise with ramifications felt across the state, hooking an untold number of people on drugs.
You can get the illicit drugs, the illegal drugs, within walking distance of where we're interviewing right now, anyone you want, any time of the day, 7 days a week.
Jeff Breedlove knows firsthand the destruction drugs can have. In 2016, the former political insider and chief of staff for a DeKalb County commissioner was caught up in a drug bust at a motel.
It made the news for 3 days in Atlanta.
The recovering addict now working for the Georgia Council on Substance Abuse.
The problem that when drugs get in the hand of anybody, but especially young people, is that they can impact their lives forever.
Breedlove's addiction lasted 30 years. He says he agrees with Director Melvin that the issue cannot be stopped with just arrests.
By the time it gets to the Bureau, we're actually in a reactive posture. It's going to take more than just law enforcement. It's going to take education.
The answer is always going to be at the federal, state, and local level, funding for peer-led recovery programs.
Still, when major drug enterprises are taken down, it helps to pause the flow of drugs in the metro.
When you take down large numbers like this, you actually make a dent in the market. If you only do one person or two people at a time, they're just going to get replaced as soon as you get them off the streets. But it takes a while to be able to replace an entire organization like this.
In Hall County, Ashley Thompson, CBS 46 News.